Hello, this is the Monotone Centrist here with another video. Today's video is going to be about transgender in sports. Now, probably gonna get called a transphobe for this, but this is what I believe. Please listen to my reasoning before, I guess, type in a wall of text and how I'm a piece of shit or whatever. I think they should have their own sport events. Transgender against transgenders. Because when I'm a, I don't know how to say it, I guess a cis male, I guess it wouldn't be cis because they wouldn't be, classified. Someone who's born male, at least, biologically male, goes into a women's sport. They're just going to dominate. It doesn't matter how low their testosterone is. Like, testosterone doesn't really equate to, your performance. It does have a factor. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the like this huge fucking thing if your testosterone's at a lower level that somehow you're going to be equal to a woman with strength and speed. Just men are just biologically built different than women. This is it's a fact. This is you can't get around it. It's not like I'm trying to you know put down these people or anything like that. I'm just stating a little bit of this because I think a lot of people just don't understand why this is a big deal. And a lot of transgender athletes are just completely obliterating, records that a woman won't ever be able to fucking compete. All they say is, well, get stronger, get faster. They'll never be stronger or faster than a biological male. It's just not, never going to happen. And I think they're taking advantage, at least some of these athletes that go into it are taking advantage of the whole system where they're kind of allowing transgender athletes into, you know, biological male usually into a woman's sport. It's never usually a woman who's biologically a woman going to a male sport. I never see that. Like, I don't think there is in one. There might be, I just don't know. That's fair. If someone can link me to an actual biological woman going, transitioning into a male, going into a male sports and actually doing well, I would like to see that. Or like somewhat dominating a sport. But as far as I know, there is no such person. So if like an MMA fighter would transition, it doesn't matter like within their lifetime. Maybe if you got them like very young, like 6 or 7, or a little bit, earlier than that. And that I don't really approve of that. I don't think should give hormone blockers or any of that stuff to a child that young who's developing. Now that's a different issue for a different video, and that's just my opinion on it. But regardless, if you start doing that, like hormone blockers or testosterone blockers and estrogen and try and transition to even when you're very young, you're still going to have a huge advantage over a woman. It's just you want your muscles are different, your bones are different. Like just how males who are born biologically male are just different in those ways. They're stronger and faster. It's just that's just how it is. There's no going around it. No matter how much you want that to be equal, there's no equality to be had there. It's just not going to happen. I guess if a woman is just completely jacked and doing steroids or you know enhanced or whatever, maybe like I just don't personally see it to the level where what these transgender athletes are doing. They're breaking records and just like weightlifting, broken records there, and wrestling, and really it should be just biological males versus biological males, and biological women versus biological women. If transgender want to go in there, I have no problem with it. If you want to go into sporting, but you have to verse other transgenders to make the playing field even. You want to have their own separate, division of sports, just like female basketball and male basketball. There's no woman on the WNBA. The best team on the NWA could not compete with the best team on the male and the NBA. It's just, I'm sorry, they would just get completely fucked. That's just how it is. It's like that's why they're separated that way, because there's obviously a difference there enough where they have to separate them. So this Joe Biden and him giving more access, or I can't remember what the bill does exactly, but I just don't agree with this at all. They shouldn't have biological males going into a female sports because we know what's going to happen. They're going to set records that females was probably never going to achieve, regardless of how much they train, how much the pump iron or whatever it is they have to do to get on the next level. It's just, especially if the like someone like an older person, like a biological male, transitioning like 20, 30, and they're kind of they're fit, they're not like huge or jacked or anything in muscle structure, but they're fit and they're very athletic to transition to a female and go into sports is just it's not going to end well. And it's just they're going to have a huge advantage no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want to try to equate this stuff. It's just it's going to end in a disaster where all these transgender people, regardless who they are, if they're biological male, they're going to be have their names within the records, and they're probably a natural born woman that will never achieve that, even if they're transitioning to a male, more testosterone or whatever, and more training and whatever it is that they try to do. It's just, they're never going to, you know, decrease that gap enough where they can actually compete. That's pretty much what I have to say about the whole topic. Hopefully, they find a middle ground and have their own, I guess, leagues where they compete. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe.